Hello everybody. In this game, the Cabal of the Unseen Dominion have descended upon this desolate world, lured by whispers of forgotten treasures buried beneath its irradiant soils. Led by the sadistic Archon, the Silent Tyrant. But deep within the planet's belly, a reckless Cabalite Sergeant probed a strange pulsing obelisk. Oblivious to the silent protocols awakening beneath its feet, a tremor ripples through the planet's core, and the tombs begin to stir. The hunters may have become the prey, and as the first volleys of Gorse fire erupts, the Drukhari realise their mistake. They've not found a treasure trove, they've awoken a nightmare. Let's go to war.
Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Dice. I'm Sam, and today I'm with my main man from Warhammer podcast, Dan.
Hello.
Hello Dan, how are you doing?
I'm great, thank you very much for having me.
This is definitely not the first time we've done this, is it? This is about the fifth outtake, but...
As a fellow YouTuber, I'm more than used to this bit. We're nailing it this time.
Yeah,
we're nailing it
this time. So today I'm going to be running the Drukhari. It's my second time using the Drukhari. I really like the play style of them, really fast.
Yeah.
Really glass cannon. And I usually run combat armies, so for me, I'm really looking forward to trying a shooty army.
I'm really excited about it because I'm running Necrons, but Drukhari are my second love, so being able to face them across the table, I'm hoping to learn a lot from how you play them as well and steal all your good ideas and take them back to Newcastle.
I mean, don't put that pressure on me because I played them that bad last time, but I mean, I'm due a good game with them, surely. But you are playing Necrons.
Yes, it's going to be that unstoppable force versus the immovable object. We'll see which one gives.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to lean into what Necrons are really good at, which is their resilience and toughness, and also, a little bit of punch. But it's going to be, I hope it's going to be a fascinating game.
I think it will be. I really do. I'm terrified of the Nightbringer. I've seen him in your list when you came in. So anytime I face the Nightbringer, I'm scared of him across the table.
He's a real challenge for a lot of. He's a proper stat check for quite a few armies. He's,
big time.
Yeah,
you could just waste so much shooting into him.
Yeah.
If you roll hot, it could potentially do.
Oh, you don't
nothing.
need to worry about that. Yeah. He's a meme in our friendship group because he's like I just roll a bunch of ones with him. So
I tell you what, I'll take that then.
Yeah, today's the day I need him to show up for me.
Yeah.
on telly.
Yeah, that's it.
On camera.
It. Obviously, before we start the game, I just want to do a big shout out to Dan's channel. You do it with Jack, who was on the channel last time.
Yes.
Warhammer podcast, WOR.
Yes. We've been going for about 18 months now, maybe it's a bit longer. We just talk about all things 40k, dedicated 40k channel. We have a podcast comes out every Friday night if you're in the UK. And we also do a series of how to play Necrons videos for Necron players. So hopefully I'm not going to embarrass myself here by demonstrating I don't know how to play Necrons. Yeah.
I mean, it's a really good channel. I watch it all the time just when you're painting and stuff like that. It's good to have it in the background. I've actually been on it before. I've done a podcast with you.
Yeah, we had a great chat. We'd like to get you back on in the future, but it was one of our favourites. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It's something different as well. I've never done before, so it's if you go and check that out, and also check Warhammer podcast out, it's definitely worth a watch.
Thank you.
Is that everything you want to say about the podcast?
Yes. I'm here to roll dice, and I'll do an advert for my podcast later.
Yeah, fair play. And also, big shout out to all the members as always. There you are, you absolute legends. I love every single one of you. I also love all the subscribers, the likers, and the commenters, the good commenters, because it really does help with the algorithm. It helps get this channel out there. I'm at that stage at the minute where I'm really trying to push the algorithm and trying to get the channel seen. So, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep putting out the content. Also, big shout out to Rogue Miniatures. They've done a Demon Prince for me, and they painted him up, and he just looks fantastic.
I saw that on your battle report, and looks absolutely lush.
He's great, isn't he?
Really good.
I was buzzing when I received him, and I just feel like I want to spread the word for Rogue Miniatures because they're a really high standard paint company. but the price doesn't break the bank either.
Yes, as Northeast lads, we like a bit of value for money, don't
Oh,
we?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
but yeah, definitely worth checking them out.
And if you do like value for money, I've got a discount code for them, 10%. That'll be in the description below. I think it's Daily Dice 10. So that'll be 10% off your commission as well. So before we start, I've made a little ad for them. So check it out and don't skip it.
So I just want to talk a little bit about Rogue Miniatures, which is a UK-based commission company. I've recently painted up a Demon Prince for my Thousand Sons, and I've had such a positive experience with them. Rogue Miniatures are a high-end commission company, box art style, and not really a company you'd use just to get a unit on the table for a tournament, to do, you know, the free standard base colours. These are a type of company you'd use if you really take pride in your army and really want to see them beautiful models on the table. They can either paint a model for you or a full army from scratch. Also an existing model for a current army like they have with my prints. You can also buy fully painted miniatures off their website and they customise their miniatures to suit your needs. You get regular updates of your commission. Their turnaround time is typically around 3 months depending on the size of the project. Drop them a message and you can get yourself a free quote. When you start your commission, you get regular updates. So I was getting messages off Steve all the time with my picture of the Demon Prince, getting me really excited to receive it. So after receiving my first commission, I'm really excited to get more commissions booked in with Steve and his team. And I'll be keeping you guys updated on the commissions I do receive off Rogue Miniatures. So I'll leave a link to all their socials down below in the description. Drop them a message and get a free quote and you won't be disappointed. So here we have 1,500 points of Drukhari, the Unseen Dominion. As you can see, I've got some more reinforcements at the back with all the big boats, so I'm really looking forward to using these lads. Basically, the army rule is power from pain. So if I kill a unit or force a battle shock test, I get pain tokens, and with my pain tokens, I can use them in different phases to get things like reroll hits, reroll charges, things like that. My detachment is Sky Splinter Assault. So Sky Splinter Assault is basically based around the transports. So all the stratagems and enhancements are all kind of based around the transports. And that ability is if a unit jumps out of a transport in the shooting phase, they ignore cover. I'm not sure if I'll be using that just because the threat of Overwatch is just too big for this army. If I'm jumping out of transports and get Overwatched, especially if the Necrons have any sustained hits or re-roll hits, things like that, it's just too risky. So I might do it if needed though. But if I jump out in a charge, I get Lance, which is great. And as you can see, that I've got a unit of Incubi, so that is fantastic. And it can even come in handy with your normal Kabalites, because they're weak. So if they do and get the +1 to wound, that's still pretty good. So let's go through the army. So we'll start with the big man himself, the Silent Tyrant. He's my Archon, and he's going to be leading a unit of 5 Incubi. So the Silent Tyrant is great. He has a 2-up invuln. Once it's filled, that's his shield down though, so it'll just be a normal save after that. He gives his unit reroll 1s to wound, but if they're empowered, they reroll all hits in all wounds, which is fantastic on them Incubi. I really need to run a big unit of 10 of these at some point. He also has this aura where if an enemy unit uses a stratagem, it goes up by 1, the cost, 1 CP. If they're within 12 inches, I believe it is. So that's pretty cool. The Incubi themselves are really choppy, especially with them reroll hits and wounds. They also, if they're in combat with an enemy unit and get in engagement range, the enemy unit has to take a battle shock test, which is nice because it's sort of fishing for them. Paying tokens as well there. They're probably going to be riding around in a raider. I'll go over them in a bit. So next unit, we've got 3 units of Kabalite warriors. So 3 units of 10. They all have the special weapons, so you've got a shredder, a blaster, a dark lance, and a splinter cannon, and then I've got 6 splinter rifles. I'm going to be splitting these into units of 5. I think I'm going to split 2 of them, and I think I'm going to keep 1 in 10 in a raider. Basically, that's the ability that the venom gives, so I can split them as long as I start 5 of them in a venom. So I think I'll be doing that. They have sticky objectives, which is great, and if they're in a venom, even they still get sticky objectives. I think it's if they're in any transport, to be fair. I'll have to double check that. So even if they're in a raider, they'll still get them sticky objectives, which is nice. Then we might as well go to the venoms, since we're talking about them. So I've got 3 venoms. These are fantastic, really fast. They've got 2 splinter cannons each. Obviously, they've all got fire index, so you can shoot out of them with your special weapons. Their ability is the unit can, if it does disembark, at the end of my turn, it can embark again, as long as we're within 6 inch. So that's really, really good, so I can sort of make the most out of that, out of my detachment ability. If I want to get that ignores cover, they can just jump out, shoot, and then jump straight back in, which is nice. Then I have 2 units of Scourge, really cool units, very expensive, but they're just fantastic. I've got 1 unit with the haywire, that's basically 2 shots each, 24 inch I think it is, but hitting on 4s, which is not great, but then they're doing devastating wounds on 4s if they're shooting at vehicles. I'm not sure what Dan's brought yet, so that's why I've only brought 1 unit. The other unit's Dark Lancers, but hopefully get some mortal wounds on them vehicles. These lads can shoot, and then they can move 6 inches. So if I want to sort of move, shoot, move, I can with them, which is nice, and get them out of harm's way. They can also deep strike. So if Dan hasn't brought any vehicles, which I'll be surprised, then that haywire unit can just get me points. I'd have liked a unit of mandrakes in here. I just think they're such good point scorers, but I just haven't painted any up yet. I have got a box, and I'm going to be painting them up throughout March is my plan. So by the end of March, don't hold me to this, but I should have some mandrakes, some good point scorers on the field. Then we will go to the raiders. I've got 2 raiders, both transports. These are going to have, basically I'm going to have 5 incubi, the Archon, in 5 splinter rifle lads in one. So if it does get destroyed, I can sort of take the wounds on the splinter rifle Cabalites. And then one's going to have 10 Cabalites in. I really want to use the strat where they get sustained. It's 2, the Cabalites. So if they're in a unit of 10 and I've got rerolls, it could be really good, especially if there's big blobs of, warriors and things like that. I might be able to chew through them. Maybe not, but I just really want to use the strat. It's pretty cool. The raiders get a free advance of 6 inches, which is nice. So if I really need to get that movement, they can absolutely fly across the board. It's such cool models. I love like the little Cabalites hanging off them with the combat weapons, and that one with the splinter rifle, and that's cool. So yeah, and then I've got 3 raiders. So the raiders, these have 3 dark lancers each. If I'm shooting a unit at starting strength, I get to reroll 1s, so it might even be worth my first shooting phase, especially not putting pain tokens on all these, because at least 1 I'm going to be rerolling the 1s. So I might not have to waste as many pain tokens straight away. But such cool units. Them Dark Lancers are so good, and these are actually hitting on 3s, which is a bit more reliable, because last time I played Drukhari, which was my first time, I was only using Scourge for my anti-tank, and I had all Dark Lancers hitting on 4s. Even with the rerolls, it just wasn't great for me. I was rolling really bad as well in that game. So I'm hoping I can roll a bit better in this one, and them Ravagers can do a bit of damage. So that's the army, 1,500 points. Yeah, let's see how it does against the Necrons. Let's go into that Necron list. So here we have 1,500 points of Necrons. Beautiful army, Dan.
Thank you.
You told me this was, you said, it's not painted up to the standard of your channel, and it's absolutely beautiful. I think you've smashed it.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, tell me a bit about the army. What's the army rule, the detachment?
So Necrons, we've got the Chumbawamba rule. We get knocked down and we get back up again. So reanimation in our command phase, and there's a few shenanigans we can do to enhance that. And the detachment I've gone for today is the original one from the index, which is called Awakened Dynasty. It's very straightforward. The army rule basically is +1 to hit if your unit is being led by a character.
Nice. So also, if your unit's being led by a character, it's +1 to hit, yeah?
Yes.
Lovely. And you've got a few characters in there, eh?
Oh, yes.
Right, so let's go through these units. So let's start off with your big blob, where your warlord is.
Yes, so the warlord there is an overlord. He's got a resurrection orb and a void scythe. He is like a space marine captain, so he can reduce the CP cost of a strat once per turn. Also accompanying him is a cryptek, that's a chronomancer, and that will give the unit -1 to be hit. That's all the time. It's not like stealth, it's -1 in combat as well as shooting.
That's really good.
He also gives them shoot and scoot of I think it's 5 or 6 inches. We'll check that. So he's a very handy man to have along. And both of those, as you said, are going with a big blob of 20 warriors. There is 19 of them with the short range gun, which is 12-inch range. And because we've got shoot and scoot, we've chucked one of the 24-inch range guns in there just to try and make the most of that ability.
Nice. I like it. And what's their ability of the normal warriors?
So warriors, they just get benefits to reanimation. So you can basically re-roll the reanimation roll.
Ah, right.
And all the guns in there have got lethal hits. The short range gun is 12 inches, 2 shots at 12 inches are AP -1. The long range gun is 1 shot at 24, 2 shots at 12, and no AP.
Nice. I like it. Let's go to some immortals next.
Yes, those 5 immortals, they're going to be just chilling on the home field objective all game. And they've got the Tesla, which gets sustained hits 2 on 6s. So they've got no AP, but they can chuck out quite a lot of shots.
Yeah.
If you're on an objective, they also get full rerolls, I think.
Oh, nice. And against an army like Drukhari with so little toughness, it could really put some damage in, couldn't it?
Yeah, they could do. We'll see.
Yeah, nice. Some hex marks?
Those are death marks.
Death marks, that's the one.
Snipers. So they've got deep strike. Their guns have got precision, but largely they're probably just going to be here for trying to score some secondaries.
Yeah. Because my only character is the 2-up invuln save one.
Yes.
But you never know, you might be able to chip that off him.
Well, yeah, unless you're like mine. The last 2 games I've played, I've rolled a 1 on his first invuln save.
It's typical, isn't it?
It is. But yeah, they're just probably action monkeys for this game.
Sweet, I like it. And then we'll go to big lad in the Scorpec Destroyers.
Yeah, he's an absolute menace. So he has an enhancement. I'm going to butcher the name here. Sorry, Necron fans, but I think it's called the Anegic Dermal Bond. But it basically gives him a 4-up Feel No Pain. So he has 4-up Invuln, 4-up Feel No Pain. He gives his unit lethal hits. He has a mini tank shock on the charge. And the unit itself, the Scorpex behind him, they, once per game, can have devastating wounds.
Oh, nasty.
So they can punch up.
Right, so basically I want to be keeping away from these, right?
Yeah, they're pretty punchy. And one of the stratagems in this detachment is when a character has been killed for 1 CP, I can stick it back up again at the end of the phase.
So you're going to be doing that on this guy then, eh?
Possibly that guy, yeah. Yeah.
So does that include the Nightbringer as well?
No, because he's an epic hero. You can't. Thank goodness you can't. That would just be obscene.
Right, yeah, I was going to say, like, in that case, let's cancel this game, eh? Yeah. This geezer here, is he a hex mark? Yeah, that's the one.
The Gloctopus, he's also a pain. He's got deep strike. He's also got lone op. He overwatches on 2s, so he hits on 2s instead of 6s. And he's also...
What's the range of his weapon?
It's 18 inches.
Oh, nice.
And you can also overwatch for free, even if another unit's already done it that turn.
Right.
And last but not least, if you shoot at a unit that's within 3 inches of him, he can shoot you back.
Oh, I tell you what, he's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, he's honestly, he's amazing. A lot of people sleep on him, and they tend to use him as an action monkey, but there's a lot of play in that little fella.
Oh, yeah, especially again against Drukhari, with me wanting to get out of, I was saying it on my list video, when I jump out of transports, obviously it's the risk of being overwatched just to get an ignore cover, which is probably not worth it.
I think he's strength 6 on his pistol, so he'll be winning your specials on 2s. So yeah, but he's
on 2s,
I never leave home without at least one of those fellas. I absolutely love them.
Yeah, really good stat line that. Let's go at your big stuff there. So we've got a Nightbringer.
Yes. My favourite Catan. He basically he's probably the tankiest and hits the hardest in combat. He does have a little bit of shooting, and the other thing to watch out for is he dishes out mortal wounds at the end of the fight phase to all units within 6 inches.
Oh, nice.
But it's only on a 4-up. It's not It's not certain, but it's if you roll hot, you can really
Yeah,
put some work in
yeah.
there.
And what are his abilities? And that he's quite hard to take down. To like half damage. Yeah.
Yeah, as a Catan, he halves all incoming damage. He's got a 4-up invuln and a 5-up feel no pain.
Nasty.
He's horrible, yeah.
And he gets reanimation protocols?
Yeah, everything gets reanimation protocols, yeah.
Do you know, I remember why I don't like going against Catans and Necrons in general. Triac Stalker, is it?
Yeah, Triac
Triac Stalker.
Yeah, this is new model syndrome. This one was fresh off my friend Craig's painting desk, so you're probably going to blow it up turn one.
Yeah, shout out Craig's painting desk.
This is it's got Scout. It's got one of the only flamers that Necrons have got access to. So it's gun. You can either shoot it as a flamer or a melter.
Oh, nice.
It's also one of the only melters, and it's okay. It's a little bit pokey in combat, and it's got quite a lot of wounds and a 4-up invuln, so it can be hard to shift.
Nice, I like it. Reanimator?
That is the reanimator, yes. Mr. Spindly Legs there, and obviously he's going to be hugging as close to those warriors as he can and try and stop you chewing through that blob.
Yeah, he basically just reanimates that unit.
Yeah, so reanimation protocols, they get D3 wounds back in the command phase, and he just gives you another D3 wound. So
nice.
Potentially, I could be reanimating 6 warriors each turn.
Nasty.
Yes.
Next one?
Yeah, Thick Boy there is a Locust Heavy Destroyer. Just bringing one of those. He's probably going to start the game off the board, but we'll see. But he has the Mythic Exterminator, which is quite a good anti-infantry gun. I think it's six shots or 12 at half range, and it sustained hits as well. So it's against infantry. You can put some work in.
Nice, I like it. Last but not least, is this a Doomsday Arc?
It is a Doomsday Arc, yes. As I mentioned to you off camera before there, I bought this second hand and I've only just realised that there's no control console where the driver is. So he's an Orc Necron, he's just powering it by sheer belief. But this is also an absolute beast. It's got 4-up invuln and I think quite a lot of wounds. I think it might be 14, so it's quite hard to shift. The big gun is flat 4 damage, and it's getting D6 plus 1 shots, and it gets dev wounds if it stays still.
Oh, nice.
And then it's got the Gauss array as well, which are the same weapons pretty much as the warriors have got. So you're getting 10 shots at full range, 20 at half range, lethal hits on 6s. So then again, against infantry, they can help chip the odd one off here and there.
Yeah.
But that's primarily my anti-tank.
Right. I like it. So that is 1,500 points. How are you feeling about the armies now we've both seen them?
I'm really excited. My second love is Dark Eldar, so I'm excited to learn how to play them properly by watching you.
Honestly, I'm really relying on you to keep me right. So
it's be the blind leading the blind here. So.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So let's get into that game, mate. So the cards are drawn. Deployment is Dawn of War. So 5 objective markers, 1 in each deployment zone. Drukhari at this side and Necrons at this side. And then 3 in no man's land, 3 objectives there. Linchpin, nice and easy. Basically, 3 points for your home objective and 3 points for every other objective. If you hold your home objective, then it's 5 points for every other objective, but it's always 3 points for your home one. Are you with me? That's Linchpin. Mission rule, Fog of War. Basically, in the first battle round, all the units have the benefit of cover. And you can't use core stratagems either. We really need to remember that one, Dan. So basically, it's a very foggy start to this battle. The battlefield is set. The Drukhari have obviously dug too deep. That's what all these craters are for, where they've been digging. These are the dig sites. And we've woken some up that we really didn't want to. This is a game that Drukhari really wouldn't want to... An army that Drukhari really wouldn't want to go against. Necrons, because... they're not going to cause much pain and they're not getting much from it. So, yeah, we're not happy about this. But all these rocks that you see here are from Gamemat.eu. Go and check them out. I'll leave a 10% discount code on the description. So, the objective markers, there's one here under all these. There's one right in the middle here on this little dig site. One here, and then one over there behind that rock. Deployment, basically the Drukhari, I basically just hidden as much as I could. We're counting these like 2 high containers and the rocks is line of sight blockage. And then the single height containers in the trees are just getting cover when you shoot through them. So I'm sort of hiding everything. These are all huddled behind here, a big car park stuff here. and then I've got some Scourge here. I've got a unit Scourge and Deep Strike, and that is it. Yeah, and then sorry if I called you Jack there, Dan. You've done exactly the same. Hidden everything besides the Triarch Stalker.
Yes.
So everything's sort of hidden behind all the terrain. Have you got anything behind why you've done this, or basically just to try and hide from them Dark Lancers there?
It's just hiding a bit from the Dark Lancers. The Triarch Stalker's got scouts, so he has enough movement if things go my way. He's got enough movement to get behind this next rock.
Yeah.
And then I've kept 3 units in reserve, 2 in Deep Striker, Hexmark, and the Death Marks. And then in Strategic Reserve, I've got 1 solo Locust Heavy Destroyer.
Nice, I like it. So the big question is, do you want to go first or second?
I think I'm feeling like I can weather the storm, so I think I'd like you to come a bit closer to me. Mm-hmm. Pop your pointy-eared heads out, and then I'll get at them next time.
Yeah, I think I'd take first or second as well. Yeah. I think first I would like to try and have a go at the Stalker maybe, but I think second, again, you come closer to me, then I could get a really good Alpha Strike my turn 1.
Yeah.
So let's see. So Drukhari have rolled a big 6. A big 6. It started already. A big 2. A big 5. Meaning the Necrons, turn 1. So orders have been received for the Necrons. Cull the Horde, obviously no one ever uses that because it just, no one has a big block of 20 unless it's today. Dan has brought obviously all them warriors, so I will have to deal with Cull the Horde, which is a shame because I'm not going to be tearing through them anytime soon. Assassination, Area Denial, so kill a character. Area Denial is basically be in the centre in my unit, not be in the centre, great for turn 1 really. So you got a big advance, didn't you, with your warriors?
Yes, they're the only ones who rolled, them and the Canoptic Reanimator rolled hot. So they've got a 5 on the warrior, so that's got them just within the 3. And then the poor Nightbringer, he's not advancing very far then, unfortunately. He wasn't feeling it. Yeah. So he's a little bit out in the open, but he's just going to have to tank some shots. Yeah,
so lots of metal boys trudging through the middle of that battlefield. These have just stayed put, just shuffled a little bit. The Triarch Stalker is moved forward towards these trees. He also did his scout moves, that's why he's moved very far.
Yeah, he's a bit nippy turn 1, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking about either maybe charging these or sticking on that objective, just so I have to take him off. Yeah. And over here, we've got a little nose sticking out because you can draw a bead onto my Ravager. So that's everything. Let's get to the shooting. Well, first bit of shooting, the Triarch Stalker shooting through these trees into my Raider. So this is a melter technically, so 2 shots.
Yeah, the heat ray, 2 shots, hitting on 3s.
Good start.
Strength 9, toughness 8, so in on 3s. It's 2 wounds.
Oh no.
It's AP 4.
AP 4, so it'll be 6 up in runs. Both go through.
If you could roll like that all
I tell you what, we're damage.
It's D6 each, but they're both melter 4 as well.
Right.
So basically, I think I need to roll, as long as I don't roll Snake Eyes, I think I've popped it.
I tell you what.
So that's 11 damage, 15, sorry.
Oh,
15
that's a dead Raider already. Does it blow up? It doesn't. I'll roll for the unit side. After the smoke settled on that Raider, the Doomsday Arc levels its Doomsday Cannon into this Ravager. This could be bad. I'm going to use a CP just to give that a 4 invuln. So hopefully this will pay off. Unless I carry on rolling like I have been, Dan.
Well, let's see how I can keep rolling like I have been. D6 plus 1 shots on this, so let's see
do it.
We've got. It's 5 shots.
That's good. That's good.
So it's hitting you on 3s and wounding you on 2.
I'm guessing 3s?
Yes.
Toughness 9 is.
Yeah, strength 18, so it's 2s.
Yeah. Oh, 2s. Yeah. Strength 18, jeez.
Yeah, that 4 up's going to come and touch you, mate.
This
so
is...
Oh, no!
That's a good start for
me.
me.
2. Yeah, the dice have already betrayed me. And then 2s to wound you. No 1s, please.
I mean... So, Assassination, Dan's just going to get rid of and putting him on 3 CP in my turn. Ares and I you get 5 points for. So solid start, a bit of a whiffer over there, but tell you what, Dan, you can't complain with that first bit of shooting, so
I'll take it.
Yeah. Into Drukhari, turn 1. So the orders are received from the Silent Tyrant, my Archon. Colour Horde, of course. I did go make a cup of tea earlier, actually. And me and Dan were talking about how bad Colour Horde would be for me. And that was at the top of my deck, Dan. So, recover assets. I'm actually not going to go for any of these. I think I'm just going to... I need to start clearing these flanks, the two big things. If I do clear the flanks, it really pushes Dan into the middle. So I think that's what I'm going to go for. Ignore them, get CP for it, and try and clear these two flanks. So movement, this unit that came out of the destroyed Raider, I lost, was it 2 or 3 of them? 2 of these lads. Obviously I just took 2 splinter rifles. They've moved forward and tried doing a bit of move blocking and just pushing up there a bit. Obviously Dan has a flamer, but because it's turn 1, he can't do core strats. So that's came in handy for me there. Ravager came out and got a bead on the Doomsday Arc. Same with these 2 Ravagers. They've done exactly the same. Bead on the Doomsday Arc. Same with the Scourge as well with Dark Lancers. These have just stayed put because they've got sticky objectives, but I'm just going to keep them there because a bit of screening for Deep Strike. Over here, the Archon's vehicle is popped forward to get line of sight on the Triac Stalker. These 3 also have, and they can also get some splinter rifles into these over here. So, yeah, let's see how we do in shooting. So shooting, I've put some pain tokens on stuff. So I put it on the Scourge, put it on 1 Ravager and 2 Ravager. They get reroll 1s against the unit on full strength. So he'll be able to get to reroll. Watch me roll 2s now, but I'm going to start with this, shooting into the Doomsday Arc. This needs to go. It's got a 4-pin run, and it does have reanimation protocol, so this needs to go my way, really, if I want to start clearing these flanks. So 3 shots, 3 Dark Lancers, hitting on 3s. We've got a 2 there. We've got a 2 there. I don't like that, Dan. We're wounds on 3s.
3s to wound me, yeah.
What's your toughness?
It's toughness 9, I believe.
So 1 goes through, 4 invuln.
Come on, baby.
Doesn't make it. So let's see how much damage we do on that. Oof. We do 6 damage. 6 damage, I repeat.
Yeah, down to 8 wounds.
Nice. Next up, we've got the Scourge with Dark Lancers, carrying on shooting the same target. So 4 shots, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling them for power from pain. Oh no!
I'll take that.
Scourge never do it for me. Well, in the 2 games I've had.
Oh dear me.
Of course. Classic Scourge doing what they did for me in the last game. So these have moved into here. Next Ravager with a pain token, same target. Rinse and repeat. We are going for this and we're trying to take it down. So 3 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling the 1.
It's not full strength now. Oh, it's got a pain token.
But I've got a pain token on that lad.
I'm an idiot.
Then wounded on 3s. Oh God! So 1 4-up invulnerable save.
Right. Come on, baby. Here we go. Let's actually make a 4-up.
He makes it. Nice. So that's another Ravager down. But this is looking bad for the Drukhari. So last Ravager, aiming at the same target. I was talking to Big Rich before this game and he said, oh, you've got too many Dark Lancers. You've got so many Dark Lancers. But he doesn't realise that how bad I roll with Dark Lancers. I have to take this much to make it normal shooting.
Archon worth his salt will tell you can never have too many Dark Lancers.
Exactly. Have you heard that, Rich? Hit on 3s, last one. Re-rolling that. So 3 hits. Get 3 3s, come on. We've got 3 3s. This is more like it.
Right.
Wounding, so saving on 4s.
I need to make at least 2 of these.
Yeah. And you make 2.
Oh.
What's your, how many wounds you got? 8?
I've got 8. So
if I roll a 6 here, it's dead.
To me, Sam.
Oh, so that leaves you on 2 wounds remaining. And I don't think I've got anything else that can shoot into that. No. So, yeah, this is... I don't think I can kill this Stalker. We'll see what we can do. But this could be a bad day for the Drukhari. So this unit is going to be shooting into the Stalker. So we'll start off with the Dark Lance, hitting on 4s. Hits, nice. Wound on 3s. Wounds.
Yes, definitely a wound.
So 4 invuln.
Let's make another 4 up here. Come on.
Oh,
not like that.
Table. Next one.
A bit overexcited there, sorry.
Oh, he's made it. It's like I'm playing Custodies here. Blaster, hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Wounding on... Not that. Shredder. 6 shots.
5s.
Wounds on 5s.
Oh, tasty.
Got 2 saves. No minus, I believe.
Yeah, 3 ups. Takes wound.
Take that first wound off. And then we've got splinter cannon, 4s, 2 hits, and then 6s. Yeah, nothing. I'll do the splinter rifles off cam. So that's all them shot. Nothing happened to it. So we've got over here Dark Lance on this Raider, and then I'll go to these 3, and then that'll be shooting, I believe. So let's do the Raider. Dark Lance. Hitting on 3s. It misses. You're not on full shot. Oh no, it's not. It's not a Ravager. Ignore me. So misses. Nothing happens there. Classic Dark. So these have changed target, and we're basically going to put as much as we can into this blob of warriors. If we took 1 wound off this, he'll be healing it in his in your phase. It's pointless doing much more to it because they're not going to do much more. These are all anti-infantry weapons. So these are all 3 of the splinter cannons. Hitting on 3s, 6s are sustained. Is that 1-6? There's 1 there as well. So we're wounding on 3s because they're anti-infantry 3. Thank you very much, Dan. Wound on 3s. That's a few wounds there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or 3 ups. Let's do it.
We kill a few.
Some bite the dust there.
5.
6 with a 2 there.
Yep, beg your pardon. 6. Crikey.
That's a bad roll. Next up, we have a splinter rifle Venom. They're going into obviously the same unit. So this is the unit side, hitting on 3s.
Rolling pretty hot on your splinter rifles.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm not as bothered about. Wounds on 3s. I like my dad. Oh, yeah, I tell you what. So just 2, 3 ups.
3 ups, baby.
Number 2 dead.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Overlord gets to use a strat for -1 CP at the end of the turn. Once per turn, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to use the strat which pops out reanimation.
I'm probably going to be putting more into him. So you sure you don't want me to do more to you, or are you worried in case I do get it down to 0 warriors left?
Yeah, I think it's now. You have to use it when one unit's finished shooting you. So I'll use it now, and then you can shoot me if that's, and then I can't do anything after that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
2d3 back, and you can re-roll these because they're warriors.
That's good.
I think I'll just stick. I'll 5 back.
Yep, 5 back now to sniff out there. No. So I'll do the rest of the shooting.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of the splinter rifles, splinter cannons from the other 2 Venoms shot into these, and I took 1 more out. So we've got a Dark Lance in each of these, a Blaster in each of these, and a Shredder in each of these, which is just going to go into that. So I might as well do these together. So the Dark Lancers, 4s.
Tasty.
Wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
4 pin baby. Oh!
Goes through. Damage. Oh, just 3. Yes, could have been worse. 2 blasters.
Nice.
Hits.
These.
I tell you what.
5s.
Wounds on 5s. These are only strength 8, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1. 4 on 1.
No.
Nope. Another D6. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, mate.
Just 2 more.
Down to 6 though.
Down to 6. That's done a lot better than I thought.
Yeah.
Then we've just got 2 shredders. 2d6. It's 10. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these are 5s and 6s. So you've got 3 more saves of 3 ups there.
Takes another one.
Nice. Tell you what, done better than I thought.
Yeah, there's some damage. There's some serious damage output in those squads. Obviously you have to roll to hit. But
Yeah.
They've got the capability to put the hurt on things.
Yeah, definitely. But that is my shooting done. So I'm a little bit scared of what Dan's going to do in his turn, because that potentially is turn. What's he like in combat, this guy?
He's okay. He hasn't got enough attacks to wipe a vehicle or a unit in one go, I don't think.
I'm very tempted to charge him and just stick him, keep him stuck there.
I can't overwatch him.
And,
hopefully we'll have positioned him. You can't get on the objective, but
I don't think I'll be able to get on the
but you can
objective.
certainly tie him up, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he will flame you next turn.
Yes, very true. But it'll stop him from moving, which you can't really move that much further anyway. What's his flame? I'll tell you what, I'll do all this talking off cam. I'll get back to you. So the Cabalites have bravely charged into a Triax Stalker. I know he can't use the Overwatch strat yet, so why not just do it now while he can't use it?
If you kill this, I'm going to tip the table.
I'll tell you what, I'd be very, very, very surprised, but strange things have happened. So, yeah, let's do it. Hitting on threes.
That's a very good roll.
I'll tell you what, for Cabalites, 2 attacks each hitting on threes. Yeah. Very surprised, but they are.
They're a little bit punchy against the right things, yeah.
Sixes.
My goodness.
You've got 5 saves. You've only got 5 wounds.
I've only got 5 wounds.
Roll.
You're actually going to do it here, aren't you?
Yeah, roll really low, please. And that'd be funny.
With no command rolls, it's turn 1. Reroll.
Takes 1 wound. And then the Cyberite.
Yeah.
So hitting on threes. Do it.
I'm checking your dice.
I know. I tell you what. I wish this was on the Dark Lancers.
Oh.
But nothing. Then sheer attacks back, mate.
Nice. He gets 4 attacks, hitting on threes, wounding on 2s.
Yeah.
Oh, he's feeling it.
He's feeling it.
And then 2s to wound you. 3 wounds, AP 1.
3 5-ups. Kill 2. Nice. Yeah, and that is my turn. I'll just quickly do end of turn roundup. Yeah, so recover assets and cull the horde. I'm just going to get rid of both of them.
Yeah.
I think it's the best idea, to be fair. And it'll put me on to 3 CP for Dan's turn. Yeah, so Necrons turn 2. Necrons turn 2. Some good cards here. So extend battle lines. You basically got that for 5 VP. You just have to get 1 objective marker in no man's land and have the one within your deployment zone, which you have got. Overwhelming force, kill units off objectives. I don't have any units off objectives. Also, the Necron scored the big 18 for primary this turn, just for me not being able to kill anything. And he auto passed the Doomsday arc, because if he failed, he wouldn't have got them 5 points, and I'd have got a pain token. So, well played with that CP. So these have all moved out. He stayed in combat. These have all scooched forwards. The Nightbringer's advanced forwards. He's popped out so he can shoot some Scourge with his little guns and shoots at one of these, I'm guessing, with his big gun.
Yeah.
We've got to a stage where you're going to drop in some reserves. I'm going to Overwatch with these Scourge 4 Darkland shots. He did reanimate to 3 wounds on this back, so it's on 5 wounds now. But if I get some lucky shots through, I could potentially kill it. It's very unlikely, but if I did, where I am at the minute, I kind of feel like not destroying one of them is really put the Drukhari on the back foot here. So let's try it out. Then you're going to drop your reserves in. Because if I do kill that, you basically want to drop them in. If I don't kill that, you're just going to keep them in reserve.
Yes.
So 4 dice, need a 6. Good talk. First bit of shooting, that Doomsday Arc, which is a fawn in my side, is going to be putting his little guns into the Scourge and its big Doomsday cannon into this front Ravager here. I've used that strat again for that 4-pin run. I'm hoping I can keep it alive.
This is 20 shots on the little guns coming in onto the Scourge, so hitting on 3s and 6s are lethals. Oops, got one already. Dice definitely don't count.
No, definitely not.
Right, see if I can get them on the tray this time. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Yes, that's a miss.
Wounded on 3, strength 4. Nice.
I'll take it.
So 10 3-up saves. Live or die. 1 dies.
Ooh, big.
I'll take that every day of the week. Time for the big cannon. Let's see if this can do any better than it did last time.
So I'll put it into that Ravager just next to the Scourge. D6 plus 1 shots. Oh dear.
That's 2.
I think we'll, at this stage, we'll probably need to CP.
Go for a CP, yeah?
Yeah, I think we'll have to.
Sweet.
Try a different dice.
Different dice.
On the
Oh,
floor.
it's gone.
3 again, mate. Hey,
3.
so 4
That's
shots.
better. That's better.
So this is hitting you on 3s.
Yep. They all hit.
That's all hit. And it is wounding you on
2s, isn't it?
2s.
Yes.
Yep. I believe so. We'll have to double check.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's toughness 9. That's 3 this time. I can't CP that because I've already used a CP.
So 3 4. Oh, it's make 2. Fill
Nice.
1. What's the damage on this?
It's flat 4.
Flat 4. Yeah, I'll just have to take it. Flat 4 damage. So the warriors are opening fire on this Ravager here. There's 5 of the short range guns, and then he's got 1 24-inch gun in there.
So these are hitting you on 3s and 6s are lethals. 1 lethal.
Nice.
And a few misses. I'm going to take those out. And then these will be wounding on 6s as well. Just 2 more.
So 3 altogether.
3
minus
AP
1, you say?
Yeah.
So 5 ups. Makes 1. So it takes 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
The 24 incher.
That's all I used the
right.
dice for him. Yeah,
Sweet.
sorry.
Also, the Chronomancer fancies his chances. 18-inch range into that. He definitely is in range, isn't he, with an 18?
I believe so, yeah. 6 D6 shots.
Nice.
And 4s though to hit you this time because he's a cryptech. No lethals. This time that's 3 hits and it's strength 5, so I need 5s to wound you. Just 1. This is at AP1 as well.
AP1, so looking for a 5.
Nice.
He's alright. He's alright.
So the Triax Stalker is shooting his Melter into this Ravager here. He's just within 9-inch, so it could do some real damage here.
It's 2 attacks, normally hitting on 4s, but it's 3s, but it's 4s because of shooting out of combat. 1. And then this is strength 9.
So wounding on 4.
4s, come on.
No, it doesn't wound unlucky. And that's all the shooting, yeah?
Yeah, there's just that. I'll scoop that unit because they can shoot and scoop, so they're going to move forward a little bit as well. But that's all the shooting done.
Nice, then we'll get back to you on the combat phase.
Before we start the combat, on the reanimation step, you got all your models back for this unit. So all that shooting I've done to him, I thought I was doing really well, and I've actually done nothing to them. So that's good, isn't it? That's good, isn't it? This combat over here. So starting with me, so these are the Cabalites, hitting on 3s. And then we're wounding on 6s.
Yes.
This is the big scary vehicle. No, and then I'll do the Cyberite. So he hits all, and he's wounding on 6s as well.
Nice.
Just 1.
I think it's AP1, isn't it?
I believe it is. I don't have the cards, but I'm just going to say yeah.
That's definitely a fail.
Nice.
A wound.
Takes a wound. Your attack's back.
4 attacks hitting on 3s. Huh.
Nice.
And wounding on 2s.
The dice are slowly starting to fill you, and I'm absolutely loving it. Save.
Keep you in the game.
He just killed 1.
Yeah.
It's funny that because my last game against Richard, his dice were that bad it kept me in the game. So I kind of rely on dice rolls at this point. But 1 dies, and that's just an ongoing combat. So end of Necrons, turn 2, stem battle line to 5 points, overwhelming force you're getting rid of for a CP. It wasn't a great shooting phase. It wasn't a great turn full stop, but that 18 primary points at the beginning, and then these 2 5s that you got in both your turns massively springs you in the lead. And Necrons are mainly made for the resilience and just not being able to kill, which has been shown in this game so far. So I think this will be an interesting one, depending on how Drukhari turn 2 goes. So the orders have been received. Drukhari, turn 2. Behind enemy lines, an overwhelming force. Behind enemy lines is what it says. As you get behind enemy lines, 1 unit's 3 points, 2 units 4 points. I should be able to get 1 in there. Well, I have got 1 in there, sorry. Overwhelming force, kill units off objectives. I'm going for the same 2 units that I couldn't get in my last turns. I'm hoping this turn I do a little bit better. We had a look in, I think Dan's primary maxed out at 15, not 18, so he's 3 points down, basically. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to really look at that, but the app that Dan's using doesn't let him go above 15, and I'm sure there was an FAQ.
Yeah, I think that's right.
FAQ on it, yeah, so we'll double check that, but it sounds about right. I think they're trying to keep that 15, the max in primary.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah. Movement, these lads fell back just so I could jump on that objective. The Ravager and the Raider with the Archon in have moved back just so that out of the guns of them, they've blocked them as well a bit. And also so they're just so they're safe, but they can still get the shots off. These 3 have moved in range with these. They made sure they're in 24 of the big lads, so I can get all my shots off from these 3, try and do some damage there. The Raider, the Ravager has moved over here, so he could get a shot off in case that's still not dead. This Ravager has moved back, so he's out of range of the Nightbringer scary shooty thing, and he can still shoot the Nightbringer because that's all he can really shoot. And if I can't kill this with the 2 units of Scourge, the one that I dropped in back there, and this one, then I can rely on my trusty Ravager then. So you all have watched these Scourge, and didn't kill any. That's with 20 of the little shots in the big one.
20 little shots, 7, a full fat 7 from the big gun, and still didn't kill any.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think it was just one of them, wasn't it?
It's carried on throughout the game. It's had 3 opportunities now to shine, and it's done nothing.
Yeah, that's it hasn't done great, but it got you 5 points.
It did.
These dropped in, the bit behind them trees, just in case they get shot in Dan's turn.
I'm definitely going to try and shoot.
Yeah, they've got a bit of cover there, so that's ideal. And they're getting me behind enemy lines as well. So there's a lot of stuff set up for a good shooting phase. Let's see how it goes. Just a quick one. I've actually jumped out of these units. I'm just going to put the one model there each because they actually get back in the Venoms at the end of my turn. He's already used Overwatch as an Overwatch, so I might as well get the ignore cover because the stuff I am shooting at is going to be basically getting cover. So, might as well make the most of that. So they're going to be shooting as well. Let's do some shooting. So the Haywire Scourge have dropped in. They're shooting some Haywire into this Doomsday Ark. Hitting on 4s, I don't have any pain tokens, so I'm really hoping I actually kill some here so I can get some pain tokens. 8 shots, hitting on 4s. Let's do it. That's bang average. Yep. So if the averages serve me right, I need 2 4s here.
If there's one time I'd like you to roll below average for me, it's right now.
And I got exactly the averages, and it does get the Doomsday Ark.
Hopefully it's going to explode and take some Scourge with it. Come on, baby. Oh,
it does nice. It could have done something epic at the end of it, but yeah.
It's going back on the shaft. You've been rubbish.
The next unit, Scourge, are going to shoot into the Nightbringer. They've got no other targets, I believe, so we're just going to try and chip some wounds off him. It might work, it might not. Hitting on 4s. Got 3 hits.
Start.
Yeah, it's a little above average there, but what's your toughness?
I believe it's toughness 11.
So 3s. You've got 2 saves, if that's the case.
4 ups.
2 4-ups, yeah. Just 1. So D6 plus 2. It's 5, 6, 7, so at half, so it's down to 4. So you've got 4 5 up fill no pains, yeah? Oh! I mean, this is why I don't even bother shooting Nightbringers. Ravager also shooting the Nightbringer. I mean, I don't even want to shoot the Nightbringer because there's no point, but the only other option is this big block of warriors. So let's just shoot the Nightbringer, right? Hit on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s, that's correct.
Into a
Lovely. Lovely jubbly. We're in on 3s. Just 1.
4 up, baby. Yes.
Nice.
That's
Another
5,
6. I tell you what.
6s on a row. Give
me them dice. Give me them dice.
The Nightbringer's never rolled 5 6s in his life.
Well, I tell you what.
In a row.
Today's the day, baby. Yeah. Let's get back to some more shooting. So these Kabbalite shot and killed 2 warriors. And I'll go over to the Archon's ride. So that's just going to shoot 1 Dark Lance into the Triarch Stalker. Dark Lance.
Nice.
It's...
does
it wound?
Yes.
Lovely jubbly. So just a 4-up save, sir. 3.
What else have you got to shoot into that?
So I've got 2 Ravagers and then potentially the 3 Dark Lance and Blasters here.
And they can't see anything else?
What, can't see anything else, sorry?
The Ravagers, can they see anything apart from him? Well, they can't shoot any. Like that Ravager over there can't shoot anything.
No, I don't think it can actually.
And that Ravager, that Ravager can't see anything apart from him or the warriors, is that correct?
Yeah, basically.
Right, so I think we need to CP it because...
You want to go for a CP?
I think we're still going to CP it, yeah.
Yep. Of course.
A 3 into a 3. Never mind, go for it, roll your damage.
D6 plus 2. Oh, only 3. I've got 2 CP, but I've got a lot more Ravagers coming in, so...
Yeah, they've got now else to shoot, haven't they?
I might even do both these together, because I don't see why not. So yeah, just some Ravagers shooting in now, try and kill it. So 2 Ravagers shooting into the same target. I'll just do these together, because Dan said, I can't see anything else, so hit on 3s. 2 misses, and then we are wounding on 3s.
Yes.
That is 3 wounds, so 3 4-ups.
3 4-ups, no CP reroll left.
Any fail is a dead. Oh! I mean, yeah. Starting with these little units, I'm going to start off with this one. Sorry, that's just Splinter Rifle, so I'll start off with this one. I'm just going to do the Blaster, Shredder, and Dark Lance into this, and then the Splinter Cannon, Splinter Rifle into them. So I'll start off with a Blaster, hitting on 4s. Hits. Wounding on 5 and 6s? No. Dark Lance, hitting on 4s, misses. then we've got a shredder.
Oh, here we go.
5s and 6s. Just one. 3 up saves, sir.
You take some.
Takes a wound, of course. So next unit, I've actually used a strat to give them sustained hits too. It'd be good if I had re-rolls with that, but obviously I don't. I do actually get a pain total for killing that though, but I can't use it now. So I really need to kill this. So let's start with a Dark Lance. Get a 6, a 5, but it hits. It wounds.
This is it.
This is it.
4 up or death.
4 up or death.
Oh,
Finally, I take him
right,
out.
now, this
Can't
is where I want
believe
a
it.
6, please.
Please don't get a 6.
No.
He doesn't, but he's done his job.
That gets
He's
you
done his
another
job.
token, mate.
Oh, lovely. That gives me 2. I'm liking that. And then obviously the blaster and shredder, they just go at the waist, going to its dead carcass. And then the splinter stuff going to them. So splinter rifle hits and then gets sustained hits 2.
No. Oh yeah, carry on. Yeah,
And then
threes.
wounds on 3s, 2 saves.
3 ups. It's all right.
He's all right. And then the splinter cannon, just one hit. It doesn't wound. Let's go to the next unit. Unit splinter rifles, same target. So hitting on 3s. A few 6s there for them sustained hits. Oh no, they don't get the sustained hits. Different squad.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Then
again.
who's on 3s? Yeah. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 saves of your 3 up saves, sir. These have been doing fantastic for saves.
They're tanking everything so far, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to shoot all 3 of these together, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything to indifference.
This is where it's going to hurt, I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping. So the Venoms are shooting into these lads. If I can just kill one, that'd be nice, but then you're just going to bring him back, aren't you? So
I think you'll get at least 2. You might wipe the squad here.
I'd be surprised. Let's see what type of shooting we do. So hitting on 3s, and then them 6s are sustained. So 1 goes back in, 2 goes back in. I don't know if that was enough. Load me up, Dan. Load me up. 3s. Nah, it's really bad wounding. So you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you want to do these? 'Cause 2 will get cover, and then what one after 1? So 2 at a time? Or 4 at a time?
4 at a time. Because it's 2 wounds a pop, isn't it? 2 damage a pop.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 3s here.
Looking at 3s.
So 1 takes 2 wounds. So I can do another 3.
Yep.
Oh,
1 dead, 1 on 2, 1
on
on 1
wound.
wound. And the last one, the last 2, sorry.
it's okay. So 1 dies, 1 on a wound.
It's a bit of a shame. I was hoping to do a lot better than that. And I believe that's all my shooting.
Yep.
And that's potentially turn. Don't know if that was enough, but I have done some damage that I needed to do.
Just before the end of your turn, I'm going to use a strat for 1 CP to reanimate these.
Right, yep.
After you've shot at them.
Yeah.
Just 1 wound back.
Nice. I'm hoping you just do 1 on the next turn as well.
Actually, it might be. I think it's +1 if you're led. I'll check.
Yeah. I'll do the end of the turn roundup. Yeah, it's D3 +1, so he's back up to full, so he's actually going to have the full unit back, which is a little bit scary, but is what it is. So score-wise, I do get 5 points, and I do get 3 points there, giving me 8 points. I have pushed out a little bit on the objectives, so I'm really going for that late game score. Ideally, I could have done with wiping a few more of them out, but we'll see how Dan gets on in turn 3. So Necrons, turn 3, no prisoners, kill units, get 2 points to a max of 5. Defend stronghold. If you still hold your objective marker in your deployment zone at the end of my turn, you get 3 points. 2 good ones. Movement. You got another destroyer back on 1 wound. Moved them forward. I overwatch with these. It's cost me 2 CP because I had to use 1 for CP and 1 to reroll the shredder's amount of shots. And I ended up killing him with the splinter cannon at the end. But it stopped the big charge over here, which is now a 10-inch charge, ideally.
That's a big. It was worth the 2 CP.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was a big brain play, definitely.
Yeah, it needed to happen.
Yeah.
Over here, these have all squashed forwards. They can shoot and then move again, which is hoping to just pop under there and nick that objective off me.
Yes.
These have dropped down. The hex, not the hex marks, the death marks. The hex marks also drop down over here, so you can shoot some Scourge. The Nightbringer advanced, so you can jump on that objective. And the big destroyer, heavy destroyer thing, dropped over there, so get you shoot some more Scourge.
Mr. Chonk, yeah.
And I think that's everything, is it?
Yeah, that's everything in. That's all my reserves in. We're fully committed. It's now all.
It's that time of the game where everything just has to go balls to the wall. First bit of shooting, we've got a Scorpec Lord shooting into the Venom. Which Venom are you shooting at?
Front one.
Front one. So shooting at a Venom.
So it's normally hitting on 2s, but Venom's a -1 to hit. So
that's
3s.
Right. Yep.
Okay, good talk.
So it just goes flying past. So we've got some warriors shooting into some Kabalite warriors. And when the dust settles, no Kabalite warriors. Next bit of shooting, we have 5 Immortals shooting over there into the Haywire Scourge. 10 attacks, hitting on 3s, wound on 3s, reroll wound rolls of 1.
And 6s to hit are
Sustain 2, yeah? Nice. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Wounds on 3s.
Reroll 1s.
Yeah, that's it. A few 1s there.
That's a very good roll.
Yeah, it's a very, very good roll.
But you get in cover and there's no AP.
There's 11 there, right?
You're good maths.
So saving on 3s. Let's do it, lads. 1, 2, 3, 4 die. So there's 1 surviving. Nice. 1 surviving. And then the Heavy Destroyer took out the last remaining Scourge. Good night, lads. So the Hex Mark is leveling his weapons into these 4 Darklance Scourge here.
So we're hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
So we've all hit.
So far, so good.
Need that again. Yes.
We do get that again.
6 AP2, but you're getting cover.
AP2 getting cover, so AP1, so 5 ups?
Yeah.
They're all dead. They're all dead. Lovely jubbly. The Necrons have started coming through these bushes here, and with their move, shoot, move, and have started getting onto this objective over here in my home deployment. That's a little bit worrying. But some charging over here.
I think it's a 3, but let's just see if
I think a Snake Eyes would even get you in on there.
Yes.
So they're in. Let's do some combat. And that is some dead Kabalites. They didn't stand a chance. So end of Necrons turn 3. No prisoners for max 5 points. Defense stronghold is still in play. So a really good turn there. The Drukhari are massively on the back foot after that. Let's see what I can do in Drukhari turn 3. So start of Drukhari turn 3, containment, do actions on battlefield edges, storm hostile objective, take an objective off Dan for 4 points. I should be able to get containment for 3 points. If you do it on two battlefield edges, you get 6 points, but I'll just be doing it on 1. I should be able to take an objective off Dan for 4 points. So could be okay. These Venoms have moved around here and are going to try and get some targets off on them Immortals over there. That unit is staying in there. And then this unit jumped out the Raider and have ended up here. So I'm hopefully going to get a charge off on them. The Raider shuffle around here as well. This Venom, the unit I've jumped out, so they're going to knock cover. And they'll be jumping back in at the end of the turn. These are doing containment here. They got out of this Raider that's here. Then this Ravager, and this Ravager have all got line of sight on the Nightbringer. Because you haven't really got any big standout units yet to shoot aside from the Nightbringer. So I think, killed them all. So ideally, I could do with taking out the Nightbringer. If I kill the Nightbringer and kill them Immortals over there and kill these, I could be in a good spot. Well, I say a good spot. I'm massively behind on points, so that could keep me in the game, potentially for later turn scoring. But if I don't kill these, and I mean if I leave one of these units alive, it could be game over, I think. So let's see how the shooting goes. So shooting phase, I've put some pain tokens on this Ravager and this Venom because I kind of need them Immortals dead over there. So, let's go for it. Let's start off with, I'll tell you what, let's start off with this Ravager into the Nightbringer. So 3 Dark Lancers hitting on 3s. Rerolling the 1s because you're on full. So all hit. Wounded on 3s. All wound. So 4 saves. I save all 3. Good
I'm
Lord.
sorry, mate.
You should be sorry as well. Yeah. This one into the same target. Hitting on 3s. All hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
Makes one
One
fails
save, d6 plus
I'm
2.
going to... I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to CP it, I think.
Right. And he passes it. So, last one. Yeah, same target. All hits. Wounds on freeze. 2 wounds. 2 saves. 4 up. So, one fails. D6 plus 2. That's 8. So it goes down to 4. So you've got 4. 5 up, feel no pains. Passes 3 of them. So I've took 1 wound off him. So we've got a Venom. See if this can do any better. So Venom in the unit inside into the Immortals. So the 2 guns, the 2 big ones, the Splinter Cannons, hitting on 3s. And then re-rolling. I'm really tempted to fish for 6s, but it's too risky, isn't it? Too risky, so I'll roll the other 2. So they're hits, and then we're wounding on 3s. So 3 saves, -1.
But I'm getting cover, yeah?
Yes.
So, 3s.
So 2 die.
That's bad.
Another Splinter Cannon, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. So 2 hits, and looking for 3s. 2 more.
Okay.
Saved them. Shredder, obviously that's just going to go into these in front of it, because it won't be in range. So 3 shots.
Force to wound me.
Force to wound you, yeah. So 2.
3 ups. Oh dear.
Takes 2 wounds. The blaster will have to go into them as well. I should have probably done that first.
That's fine, just don't worry about that.
So blaster, I'll tell you what I'll do. I still got a Dark Lance going into them Immortals. I don't think I'll kill the Immortals now, to be fair. So hits, wounds. You save on a 6.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what's going on, mate, sorry.
I don't.
What was it? Blaster into the Scorpex?
Blaster into Scorpex. Oh, I've got a Splinter Rifle as well to go into them over there. 1 hit, 2 hits, 2 wounds.
You'd not be reaching them, I don't think, are you?
Ah, right, fair point. If it's out of 24, just put it into, yeah, out of there. So just 1 wound on these lads in front. Saves, blaster into the lads in front.
Nice.
Hits, wounds.
Actually, they don't get a save against the blaster because it's -4, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So I probably
so
should have shot that first. There's 2 damage, but yeah. Cool. Dan's used a CP to bring back one of them Immortals. So the next Venom is probably going to go on the same target, to be fair. I need to get some shots onto them lads. So hitting on 3s. 2 hits, and then sustained, and then we're wounding on 3s. You've got 4 saves. 2 die. Sweet. So then next up we have this unit of Cabalites. I'm going to shot some grenades into that unit. So use a CP. Should be down to 1 now. That is 6 dice, and any 4s Immortal Wounds. So I do 4 mortal wounds against that unit.
That takes him out and puts 1 on the Scorpec Lord. I'll double check, but I think he's down to 5.
Nice. While you do that, I'm going to shoot a Dark Lance into his face from that.
No, he's down to 6. He starts with 7.
Yeah, sweet. From this raider here. So Dark Lance hits.
Definitely wounds. 4 up in 1.
4 up in 1. You've been making them so far. So
I just need to. He's got a 4 up feel no pain. He's got to roll after that wound there. No, he fails that. And then 4 up in 1 on the. Yeah, he's okay. Right.
What's the 4 up in 1?
I rolled the 3. I needed to roll his feel no pain for the grenade.
But he did make that. Sorry, the first one was his invuln. Sorry, the first one was his feel no pain. The second one was his invuln. Is that right?
Yes.
So this unit in front, we're just going to shoot the same target. So we've got a Splinter Rifle, 1 hits, and then wounding on
3s. He's infantry.
3s, yeah. So just 1.
3 up.
Yep, Splinter Cannon, 2 hits, 1 sustained.
Nice.
Wounding on 3s as well. So just 2.
He takes 2 damage.
Yep, 2
Feel
damage.
no pain.
Feel no pains.
Takes 2 damage.
Nice. And then we've got a Dark Lance in there. Misses. We've got a Blaster in there. Hits. Doesn't wound.
Oh.
And then we have got a Shredder. So 3 shots. Toughness 6, I believe. Or is he a bit higher?
He might be a little bit higher. Yeah, it's T7, it's 5.
So 2 saves, no minus. 2 more wounds. Nice.
4 up, feel no pain.
Yep.
He's okay.
He's okay. And then, what else have I got? I'll get back to you. One has got a blast pistol, so shooting at same target, misses. And then I'll go to this as well, so it's going to shoot at splinter cannons, 6 shots, same target.
Nice.
So 2 miss, but then 2 sustained, and then we are wounding it on 3s, yeah. So that is 5 saves.
5 3-ups.
Yeah. Oh, he's well and truly dead.
Well, it's he takes 6 damage, but he's got a 4
Oh,
at pain.
you have got 4 at feel no pain.
So I need to make.
Could be well and truly alive then.
I need to make 3 of these.
Which on average, you should be able to.
Just
makes it there. Is the bang average. Can't complain with that. So he's on 1 wound remaining. Or charge over here, the incubi into the Scorpion Lord. We've done all our shooting. That's an 8. So they're well and truly in with him. Let's do that combat. To the fight phase, I've used my 1 pain token that I got from killing his unit to put the pain on these lads, because it gets reroll all hits and all wounds, and it's just too good not to use. He's only got 1 wound left, but with some of my rolling, I just feel like I could do with doing that. So Archon, 5 attacks, hitting on 2s.
2's re-rolling, yeah.
Yeah, 2's re-rolling. So re-rolling that one. And then we are wounding on 2s, anti-infantry. Oh no, 3.
Yeah.
So 3s.
Re-rolling as well.
Re-rolling them, of course, as well. So that's 5 saves at -2.
He's failed 3, so
that's 6 damage. So unless you can roll 6 4s.
I don't want to. I'm a bit worried that you might kick me out if I do this.
If you roll 6 4s now, I genuinely will kick you out. I'll tell you what, you were close, but that is a dead Scorpion Lord, finally.
I'm going to spend my last CP and then he has to stand up as close as possible.
That'd cost you 2 because the Archon's there.
Fantastic.
So, I tell you what, that is him dead.
Yes.
Forever, Dan. Stop trying to keep your stuff alive. You're killing me here. And the Archon in his unit have jumped into this empty venom here for a CP. That cost... it might not even cost a CP because they can get it anyway. That's the rule for it.
Yeah, you just don't spend your CP.
Yeah. So within 6 inches of the venom, yeah, of course. So, yeah, cool. That unit's in the venom. Let's have a look at the end of the turn roundup. So, end of turn, containment for 3 points, storm missile objective for 4 points. So that gives me 7 points. It's the primary I'm struggling with here. If I could have killed that unit of immortals, that might have kept me in the game. I personally think this is it for the Drukhari, sadly, but let's see how Dan hits back in his turn. So Necrons, turn 4. The orders have been received, which is marked for death. I pick 3 units, and if you kill one of them, you get 5 points. Establish Locus, do an action either in the centre or in my deployment zone. For 2 or 4, you get in my deployment zone because I've got warriors all over my deployment zone. 4 points. Mark for death you shouldn't be able to get. I've picked the Venom, and the Raider, and this Venom here. So,
yeah, you picked really well there. I can't touch them.
Yeah, shouldn't be able to get them. But you did get the big 13 at the beginning of this turn for holding these objectives. Because I didn't kill them immortals. If I'd have killed them, he wouldn't have got Defense Stronghold, and he'd only got 6 points for holding these 2. So that was massive, them staying alive. It should potentially have knocked the Drukhari out of the game here. But we're going to play at the end and just rack up points at this stage. Over here, the Nightbringer is headed over here so he can shoot that Ravager. The Hexmark is moved over here to jump on that objective. These have all stayed put because they're doing an action. And these have all got in range with this Venom here to shoot it. So a bit of shooting, and then it'll be turn. Let's do it. First bit of shooting, we've got some Immortals, shooting some Gauze cannons.
No, they're shooting a Tesla.
Tesla, yeah. That's it. So a Tesla into this Venom here. So
they're all
should be in range, yeah.
0 damage one.
Let's do it. Hitting on 4s, so they're -1 to hit.
That's awful.
That is awful.
That's sustained 2, thank goodness.
Yes.
So drop 3, and then we need 5 to wound you.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2, no AP.
No AP, so it'll just be 4. 2 go through though.
2 damage.
2 damage, nice. Next bit of shooting, we've got the Nightbringer blasting holes into this Ravager here. I might as well use a CP to give it a 4-pin run, try and keep it alive for a bit longer. Let's do it.
So it's D3 shots. Just one.
Just one.
Hits.
Yep.
And it doesn't wound.
Yeah, cool. That was every time I use that CP, it just fluff. So if I use it every time, I guess it works.
It's enough to put me off.
I'm guessing there's no charges.
No charges. That is. There's no. That's it. That's turn.
Yeah. So we'll just do a quick end of turn roundup. So end of Necrons, turn 4. Establish Locus, you get 4 points. And when does it complete? Yeah, end of your turn. 4 points and mark for death.
Yeah,
you get rid of.
Bin that for a CP.
Yeah, fair play. So 4 points going on to Drukhari, turn 4. Drukhari, turn 4. I got 3 points again for primary. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Established Locus though for secondaries, which I can get in Dance Deployment Zone for 4 points. Then I got Engage on all fronts. I CP'd that out and got Mark for Death. So pick 3 units and I have to kill one and you get 5 points. So you've picked the Nightbringer, the Hexmark, and the Big Blobber Warriors. Yeah. So I potentially could kill, well, I say potentially. I'm basically going to be putting all these Dark Lances in the Nightbringer again.
He can't keep making his 4-ups.
He can't. He actually can't. Averages say that. So I've got 3 Ravagers back in range again. I have 1 pain token. I will just shot it on this Ravager again. And then I've even got an extra Dark Lance from the Raider as well in range of it. Let's see if we can finally pop him or not. These have all came flying around here to kill everything, hopefully in Dance Deployment Zone.
You spent a CP there, didn't you, to be able to disembark and charge?
So disembark with these and charge them, ideally. I mean, to be honest, I probably could have done it with the shooting. I probably didn't even need to do that, but I will do it anyway. No, I think I'll stick with that, just in case it all goes wrong over there.
Yeah.
It'd have been lovely if I could get this. So like turn 5, I could have got a big 15er, but I just can't get it. In Dan's next turn, he's just going to flood this with warriors. So with me and Dan have been talking off cam. This is best case scenario for me is still Dan's win. But we're just trying to close that gap. So it's not about winning, it's about sending a message. So these Cabalites jumped out of the Venom and they are doing the Established Locust for 4 points. So first Ravager into the unkillable, unwoundable Nightbringer, because he keeps healing his wounds back up if you haven't noticed. So 3 Dark Lancers hitting on freeze. Rerolling the 1 because he's on full wounds again. And then wounding on freeze. 1 save, 4 up, please, Dan. He fails one. Are you going to CP it by any chance?
Yes, I have to. Got to be true to the Nightbringer.
Yeah.
Oh, he's finally failed one.
He's finally failed one. And again, one.
Do you want to CP the damage?
Do you know what? Let's just CP it at this stage.
There we go, 6 damage.
6 damage. We're down at 3. I'm out of CP.
Oh, yeah, it halves it, doesn't it?
Yes.
5 ups.
I took 3 wounds off him. Come on.
It's the beginning of the end.
It's the beginning of the end. Next Ravager, same target. So 3 Dark Lancers. Re-rolling because this one's got pain token on. Freeze. Just 1. 1, 4, please. I've done it. So another damage. 3. So 2 with it being halved. 2 5-ups. Takes 1 more wound. Let's just go to the next one. I might as well do these 2 together. There's nothing to change anything, so I'll just do 4, basically, Dark Lancers.
Yes, they're all hitting on the same profile.
Yep. So, hit on freeze.
Nice.
All hit.
Nice.
If I can get that again and you can fail all your saves, then I might kill him. Ooh. So, 3 saves, 3 forks.
I'm going to get the special dice out now because he's...
Oh, here we go.
Breaking out the good
Here
dice.
we go.
Come on. It did not help me.
Failed 2.
Yes.
I still don't think I'll kill him. How many wounds he got?
8.
6, 7, 8, yeah. So, I mean, unless I get... Even if I got 2 6s, because you half them, so it's... So the only way of killing him would be if I got 2 6s, I think.
Let's see.
Yeah, so let's see. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Goes to 5.
Well, that's 2.
That's 3, and that's... Oh, that's 2, and that's 4.
So yeah, so it'd be 6.
6.
Yeah.
Good maths. Right,
Yes.
5 ups. Takes 3.
Takes 3 wounds off him. So
He's very tanky, isn't he?
I tell you what, with all them Dark Lancers, I'd even say Richard's wrong about Dark Lancers, but I'm hitting him wounded with him. It's I just can't kill him because of the half damage in the 4-pin one, and they feel no pain. So yeah, it's just a bad matchup for Dark Lancers, I think, a Nightbringer. And there's nothing else I can solve. Honestly, I might as well have just shot all my Dark Lancers into his warriors, and I've probably done better. I should be ranting on camera. This is for off camera. So I need to act happy on camera, like I'm enjoying myself. So everything here, these Venoms are going into this back thing because I want my Archon to charge these Immortals. So we're going to put some, I'll get the dice sorted and we'll be back in 2 minutes. So this is shooting next. I've just realised he's mounted. He's not infantry over there. We thought he was infantry. So all my guns are going to be wounded on 6s. Yeah. So this unit inside here is going to be putting a Dark Lance into him and a Splinter Cannon into him. Then the Splinter Rifle, the Shredder and the Blaster are just going to go into them little, are they called Death Marks?
Death marks, yeah.
Death Marks over there. So let's start off with, and obviously these, I'm going to put the Splinter Cannons off this because I'll have to shoot all this together. They're going to go into that as well, yeah. So let's start off with the Shredder into your Death Marks.
Nice.
4 wounding on 3s. You've got 2 saves. You've got cover, so whatever your save is.
Yeah, it's one of the only torrent weapons that doesn't ignore cover.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
1 dies.
1 dies. And then we've got a Splinter Rifle into them. 1 hits. Does wound, so 1 more save.
He's okay.
I've got a Blaster. It's wounds. I think it'll just kill one unless you've got an one.
Yeah.
So 2 dead.
Well, it's a 6-up save.
6 up, yeah.
No,
Nice. 1 dies. Did think about it. And then the rest of the unit in there, so we've got a Splinter Cannon into the
Locust Heavy.
Yes. Do I have any more guns? Dark Lance, I haven't done either.
Yes.
So Splinter Cannon, save Dark Lance till last.
Hit.
All hits because of the sustained. And then 6s, I believe. No, nothing. Dark Lance. Come on, son. He misses. He misses.
We've got Splinter Cannons from the Venom.
Yeah, so Splinter Cannons from the Venom, same target. So hitting on 3s, but then we're wounded on 6s, which is the hard bit. So that's sustained. Oh, there's another sustained.
Nice.
But then we're looking for them 6s. Yeah. Oh, cheese, mate. So 6s. None. He fluffed. So next 2 Venoms, might as well do both these together. Just the same target, I guess. How many wounds have you got?
4, I think.
4. So it is potentially, I could kill him, but I just have to
get 2 through. You just haven't rolled in 6s yet.
really
so
spike with these
he's got
6s.
4.
So I'll do both these together, hitting on 3s. That misses, and then we've got 2 6s sustained.
Tasty.
And then we're wounding here, like I say, on 6s. So we've got just 1.
He takes it.
Takes 2 damage. I think that's everything over there. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Charge phase, the Archon is going into them Immortals. Can he do it? Is a big question.
Oh,
He can. Let's do it. So the Archon in his Incubi are about to fight these Immortals. Let's see if they are immortal. Let's put their names to the test. They are in fact not immortal, but they're in the soil. You never know, they might come back up one day. And we're going to consolidate into this big lad here, I think. Just so I can grab this objective. So your attack's back with him, I guess. So the Sergeant takes a wound for his troubles. Yeah, and that's turn. Let's get back in the end of turn roundup. So end of Drukhari, turn 4. Establish locus for 4 points. Mark for death. I didn't get, sadly, because that Nightbringer just won't die. So 4 points. Let's get rid of Mark for death, because I have a feeling that Nightbringer is going to go on a rampage. So that gives me 4 points going into Dan's turn 5. So 5th and final turn for the Necrons. This is just to solidify the victory. Behind enemy lines, bring it down. So kill a vehicle and get him out of deployment zone. The absolute MVP of the match. The Nightbringer is going to try and get both of them. He basically can kill a vehicle by charging that, and it'll get him behind enemy lines as well. And you planned on shooting this one over here.
Yes.
They've just stayed put. You've got both objectives, so they scored the points for that, and they don't really need to move, I guess.
Yeah, if the scores were super close, I'd move off there and try and lethal hit that to death.
Yeah.
It's not going to make enough difference.
At this point, they're just going to stand and stare, aren't they?
Yes.
Over here, the death marks have popped out. They're going to try and shoot some in.
Yeah, you've got a venom on 4 wounds there, so might get me 2 bring it down points.
Yep. The hex mark has just got a bead on them incubi in there, and the big heavy destroyers move back out of combat just so the hex mark can get some shots on them. So yeah, everything's moved into positions. Let's do some shooting. So first bit of shooting, these lads, the death marks, are going to try and shoot this venom on 4 wounds. Try and kill it. So let's do it, Dan. Let me get around here.
Normally you'd be hitting on 3s, but it's 4s because of stealth. 2 hits, that's all I need. But it's only strength 5, so I need that again. I need 2 5s to wound you. Oh, never mind.
What's the one? Minus?
-2.
Well, 6 up.
I know you're not getting covered, but yeah, you're right.
2 damage, sure, yeah. Cool.
It live.
X mark into the incubi over there. Let's do it.
2s. Yeah, dropped 1. And then strength 6, toughness 3. 2s again.
Yep.
Drops 2, so just 3 AP 2, but you're getting cover.
Yep, so 3 4-ups. 1 bites the dust.
Sergeant.
Yep, Sergeant dead. Shooting the Nightbringer, shooting into this Ravager here.
D3 shots. I'll take that.
Oh, the big 3. Oh, and obviously I'll use my
The 4
thing for the 4-bit one. Why not?
2s.
Hits.
And it is strength 12, so it'll be 3s to wound you. I need this, come on.
Well, you don't need it, do you, Dan? So let's face facts here. So 3, yeah?
Yes, 3 4-ups, mate.
Looking for 4s.
Only might bring how it's done.
No. How much damage is that?
It's D6 plus 3. If you've got a CP left, it's probably worth.
I mean, I might as well at this stage.
Oh,
no.
I've used all the 4-up ones already.
Yeah, so I think that'll just kill it outright, will it?
D6 plus 3.
Unless you roll
minimum
snake
of
eyes.
8. So it won't. Yeah, we'll need to roll it.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yes, it's well and truly dead. It's not in range for anything, but anyway, does it blow up for the funsies? It doesn't. It's a Ravager gone. So Nightbringer makes the charge and got behind enemy lines to see if he can kill himself another Ravager.
D6 plus 2.
So the strike attacks, 6 attacks, let's do it.
Hit on 2s. He drops 1. He's wounding you on 3s.
Yes.
Drops 2.
So there's 3 left. These will be 6 minutes, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So looking for 6s. No damage on that.
It's D6 plus 2.
And that is another dead Ravager.
Yeah, that's 20 damage.
Lovely jubbly. So end of Necrons, turn 5 in everything that Dan can do. That's the end of his game. Bring it down. 4 points, killing 2 Ravagers. Behind enemy lines, 3 points. So 7 points, secondaries. Drukhari turn 5. Usually we'd just call it here, but we're so close to the end. I have to play out the last turn. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's see. So secondaries for turn 5. Bring it down and cleanse. So cleanse, do actions on objectives. I can do 2 for 4 points. I'll do it on this one. I'll do it on that one over there with the venom. Bring it down. I have to kill the Nightbringer. I mean, I could kill a reanimator, but that's no fun, is it?
It's only 2 points.
It's only 2 points. So let's try and kill the Nightbringer. I've just said to Dan off camera, every turn is like hell here trying to kill this Nightbringer. Power from pain, friggin' hell, tell me about it. I'm the one in pain here. So let's put both pain tokens on these 2. We've got 4 Dark Lancers going into a Nightbringer.
Let's go.
On 8 wounds.
Yes, he's bleeding.
Yeah. So the big one with 3 Dark Lancers.
Yes.
2 hits. Just 2 hits. And then we're wounded on 3s. No.
Oh, mate.
I mean, even if 2 went through, I still wouldn't kill him. But CP,
yeah.
So 1.
Fails it.
Damage. It is the 8, so it is 4. And you have to fail all these. You pass 1, but then the other Dark Lance just wouldn't kill him, sadly. So we'll go to combat, and then that'll be game. The Archon and his unit have killed that heavy destroyer, scoring them that objective and this objective. Only scoring me 6 for primary. I'll do a quick end of the turn roundup. So end of the game, bring it down. I don't get cleanse. I get for 4, and I get the 6 points, giving me 10 points. And that'd be leaving us on something like 15, 16, 20, 35. I'm on about 45 with painting. Dan is on about 84 with painting. So good game, Dan. I mean, the Necrons did what they came to do. The Tomb World's been opened, and now they're just going to spread and cause absolute carnage.
Put it there.
Well played, mate. Yeah. I actually feel bad for you.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of those games where it's like playing against Custodes. If you make your invuns, it's just what it is. It's a dice game. Sometimes you can spike. If you had failed loads of your invuns, it would have been
a very different game.
Then you would have said, I've took too many Dark Lancers, or...
Well, I like I said before, I'm as a fellow Archon, I'm a big fan of bringing as many Dark Lancers as you can fit in your list.
Yeah.
But a game like today is a demonstration of why you need that redundancy, and even that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I'd be interested if anybody's been paying attention how many Invun saves a Nightbringer actually made, because I think he's in double figures. He made a lot.
Just think I have to go through all that again in the editing. So, wish me luck with that one.
Yeah, but there was, beyond that, I thought it kind of played out the opposite as I was expecting. Because I got turn 1 and the cards I got, I kind of had to push up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was expecting, again, with the mobility and the speed that you had with your Oops All Boats list, I was expecting you to come at me and me to be kind of hemmed in. And it just ended up going the other way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. The best thing about it for me was getting to play on this beautiful board.
Thank you very much.
It's every time you set these up, they're great, and it just adds an extra dimension to a game of 40k for me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I really like having long time watchers of the channel. I like having a sort of theme around the battle. That's why I write up the storyline at the beginning of the game, and then as we're playing, you can sort of. That when I played 40k, I don't just have like you moving models and shooting and killing stuff with dice. I actually imagine them models flying around the board of Drukhari and shooting the splinter cannons and it tearing loads of holes in the rocks. And I like to. I've got a wild imagination, someone will say. So
it's what it's all about. That full immersion. You know, it's at the end of the day, that's what we're all here to do.
Yeah.
But as a game, it was really the first 3 turns in particular. I was sweating because it could have. It was very, very finely balanced. I got ahead on the primary, and I knew you were going to clap back. And it was just a question of how hard you were able to do that.
That's exactly it. I mean, from the first, when you got the first big, well, we said 18, but the first big 15 primary points, I sort of thought, I need to get that late game.
Yeah.
In that my shooting phases need to go well. Obviously, with my pain tokens that I'd got throughout, with all the rerolls, on paper, the Nightbringer should have been dead.
Should have been dead twice, I reckon.
I'd agree. I think, and even if not, I think the Doomsday Arc should have been dead a turn earlier.
Yes,
and that turn 1, ideally.
Turn 1 when you didn't quite get enough to kill the Doomsday Arc or the Triarch Stalker. That cost, because obviously that got me the points.
Yeah,
and I think the other big swing really was being able to move the warriors as Warriors, everybody thinks are slow, but because of that Chronomancer with the move, shoot, move, you've got a 10-inch move basically on Warriors every turn, and you've got a strat which I didn't use, but you can give them assault weapons so you can advance and shoot, and all of a sudden that's a lot of movement, and they were able to dominate that mid board. Linchpin, I took your home off you, and that's made it very challenging on the primary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost a block that I just couldn't touch if I'd put even all my anti-infantry into it, which I kind of did turn 1.
You did, yes.
And you got the full unit back in your turn.
Yeah.
That sort of, I thought I could deal with them, but after you did that, it's sort of just leave them.
Yeah, it can go that way. I think if you put all of your guns into them and then charge them with something, you might have finished them off, but it's a might, isn't it? They're very, they're not very fashionable warriors still at the moment. They're starting to get a bit more play in the competitive scene, but I think they're actually better value than some people think.
I think they did fantastic.
Yeah.
You could say the Nightbringer was man of the match. He was fantastic, but again, a lot of it came down to luck.
Yeah.
But if you do get lucky, and then he's such a good unit to take.
And he's very slow, but it took him till turn 5 there, but he took out two of your boats in the same turn, 2 Ravagers.
Yeah.
He's very, very pokey, both shooting and in melee.
Yeah, shooting's really impressive as well. To be fair, took out a Ravager in one shot. So so it's a funny one. We were talking off cam, and realistically, I need some other units.
100%.
Drukhari, Mandrakes I will be getting. I've got a box of them, so they'll be getting painted up next month. But I've really tried. I sort of handicap myself a lot by sticking to a theme. So I've done, with this army, I've done Cabalites only. I've wanted it to be like a cabal of the Unseen Dominion, which I've made.
Yeah, and I love that thematic way that you've taken the army. But Drukhari, if you don't take the right units for Drukhari, you're facing an uphill struggle, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly that. So realistically, I have got plans for Drukhari. I am going to add units like witches, and I'm going to do like my own witch cult in a different colour scheme, and they're going to be sort of coming in, sort of allying in and helping them out at certain times. So like calling on the witches. So
Lilith and the witches would have blended them 20 Necron warriors probably without blinking.
Yeah, to be fair, that would have been nice to see.
Yeah.
I
next time.
That we did sort of have a chat about the Archon and that going into early, and I think that would have been a big mistake if the Archon did. Even though Incubi are good, I think they're really good anti-elite. I don't think they're great against big units of like orcs, 20 orcs or 20 Necron warriors. And I don't think they're great against, you seem to think they are against knights, and that you've played it more than me.
I think if you can get a pain token on them and you get Lance coming out of a vehicle, you can, with full rerolls, damage 2, hitting on 3s, rerolling, wounding on 5s, rerolling, you can take down a big knight or something along those lines,
Yeah.
Particularly if it hasn't got an invulnerable save, because you're bumping your AP up there as well.
It was just one of them. It was a really interesting game to have. I do like playing Necrons. It just kind of came down to this game that I just, as Dan's units moved up, I tried keeping a sort of board around them so I couldn't get in. If I didn't kill them, I wouldn't get hit back.
Yeah.
I feel like the Drukhari movement phase is most of Drukhari sort of, that's where all your...
It's a big strength, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where all your brain power comes into it in the movement. So I sort of have to think a turn ahead and keep them far enough away so Dan doesn't counter me if I don't kill him. But it's kind of hemmed me to the back of the field. If I'd have killed the outside flanks, it'd have sort of ended up like, in Lord of the Rings, where they're in the middle and all the orcs are sort of around them. Yeah. It would have sort of ended up like that with you in the middle.
Classic Drukhari.
Ideally, me around, but they just couldn't break through them solid units.
No.
I think Drukhari it'd be nice if they got some love in the next codex, so they'll hopefully have a Cabalite only detachment where I can really lean into my theme. And also, if people like Scary stop doing so well, I might get a bit of love before the codex.
Yeah.
So
I've had that discussion with him before on Instagram, and he's absolutely unrepentant.
I mean, he's killing us there, Drukhari players. Yeah. But come on, just do a little bit worse at tournaments, and you never know, we might get some love.
Yeah.
But do you have anything left to say about the game?
No, just thank you very much for having me. I think if we played that game 10 times, I think 8 of them would be a lot closer, and then you'd probably get the swingy win that I just had. But I don't think the armies were massively imbalanced. It's just the way the dice went today. So I'd like to invite myself back for a rematch at some point.
100%. We'll definitely get that sorted. I'll add more units and stuff like that, and that'll be really interesting to get that on the go.
Awesome.
And also, don't forget to check out Warhammer Podcast, WOR.
Yes, War is in the Geordie War, our hammer. We're on YouTube as well, and you find us on all your social media platforms as well. We've got a lovely Discord, which you also joined, which is very nice to see you there. Yeah. So come say hello. Yeah, cool. And I think that's everything. Obviously, big shout out to the members as always. Leave some comments, share with your friends. Subscribe, do all that, because then it'll push the channel out there, like I said, and more people will see it, which will be great for me, I guess. Yeah, you deserve it.
Thank you very much. And also, don't forget to check out Rogue Miniatures. Ask them for a quote, and you might be pleasantly surprised. So I think that's everything, Dan. Yeah. Cheers for coming, mate, and I guess we'll see you on the next one. See you later.